A local museum teams up with the town to offer kids a one-of-a-kind experience. Budget season continues. We tell you what's next in the process. Plus, we have details about how you can get free dental sealants for your children. These stories and more on this episode of Barnstable Today. It's Monday, April 27th, 2015. I'm Sarah Mannel. Could the Olympics come to the city of Boston in the year 2024? Well, the Cape Cod Chamber of Commerce is hosting a Boston 2024 Olympic bid community meeting at Barnstable High School in May. You can hear about the Boston 2024 Olympic bid proposal, ask questions, and learn how to get involved. The meeting will take place in the Barnstable Performing Arts Center Wednesday, May 13th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. A new boat is afloat thanks to a partnership between the town's Recreation Division and the Cape Cod Maritime Museum. The two groups offered the first ever boat building program this winter. Town manager Tom Lynch attended a special launch ceremony this past Saturday.
So very, very excited. And this was a combination of the recreation program, as we know, and Renee King was there from the Recreation Commission. Deb Dagwan was there to support the youngsters. There was it was funded by the JFK Memorial Trust Fund, and of course there were the volunteers from the Cape Cod Maritime Museum that put the whole building of this Bevan skiff together. At one point in time, Lynn Poyant went up and said to them, "Now, do you really feel proud of yourselves?" And they were just beaming, you know. And one young man, prior to the launching, made a nice thank you to all the staff and everyone who had helped them and how much they had learned and that they had worked as a team, and it was very good. But I thought a couple of things stood out to me. One, they asked how many knew how to row a boat, and only one raised her hand.
Really?
And so they had two other boats there. They could take the youngsters out and practice rowing the boat and do a little seamanship and learning that way. So that was interesting. And one student had never been in a boat.
Really?
So she, got in and with a little coaxing, but participated in that. So it was really a nice, and you saw the picture how good everyone, excited everyone looked at this project. I hope they'll do more of them because they learn a lot of skills, teamwork, things like that along the way.
And the boat building program was made possible thanks to a donation from the JFK Memorial Trust Fund. Town Council will continue working on the budget during its next meeting. Town Manager Tom Lynch says they will begin that meeting discussing funding repairs to some private roads in town.
There are 4 private roads that we're putting forward to be funded with capital improvement plans, and they'll meet the criteria that was passed with the legislation, where it's a connector road. Then we'll move into things like, I say that somewhat up. Yes, and DPW will be doing that. And then we'll move into some of the golf items, which are repairs to both the fairgrounds clubhouse and the Hyannis Golf Clubhouse. We've got some dredging items and dockage repairs both along doing assessment over here in Hyannis, but we're doing some construction work over in Prince Cove. So we'll be looking at that. There's some water quality issues that are out there that we'll be funding. One is rather expensive alum treatment of Hamlin Pond. The last time the pond was treated for algae was 20 years ago.
Wow.
So the treatment lasts a long time, but in 2014 there were significant closures over at Hamlin. Hamlin, of course, is adjacent to the Burgess property and that area. And the water quality's been great up until the past year, 2 years, and now if we put this treatment in again, it'll last for another 20 years. So, and then we'll continue the hydrilla treatments in several of our ponds. So from there, we'll then try to start moving into some of our school projects and airport projects. And if we get through all of that, there are quite a few projects, over $8 million of projects in the schools.
Wow.
And a lot with the airport. So the council president is very hopeful. She thought we moved through the first 16 very smoothly. There are quite a few questions. We anticipate that. We want the questions so that people fully understand what we're presenting, as well as so the councils are fully cognizant of what they're voting on. So it's been a very cooperative process thus far. We hope to move along and if not finish it at the next meeting, then early on in the one after that.
Town Council's next meeting will be held Thursday, May 7th at 7 o'clock in the Town Hall hearing room. High school students from across the Cape will gather at Cape Cod Community College this week to celebrate diversity. Communications Director Michael Gross says the program fits well at Cape Cod Community College because it's a school that welcomes all.
We bring to the campus high school students from all over the region to really think about what diversity really means. Many times we tend to shorten it down into just ethnicity or cultural diversity, and that's truly wonderful. And yet the presentation today by John Rodriguez, a wonderful young Latino who sits and says, well, wait a minute, I am so much more than any one label that you could put on me. We as human beings are huge people. We have so many facets to who we are that to go and pigeonhole us into one place, either for our culture or our sexual orientation or our color or whatever, is so simplistic. And he's going to come and make a presentation today to high school students. They're going to be on the campus in the morning. They'll be there in the Tilden Art Center, Wednesday rather, until noontime. We'll have a wonderful lunch for them all and then go off. We're going to have award ceremonies on the campus for individuals who've truly been champions of diversity. And we look really forward to bringing the high school students and hearing John Rodriguez talk a lot about so much more than one or two things that we tend to want to pigeonhole people.
Diversity Recognition Day will be held Wednesday at Cape Cod Community College. Parents have another chance to get free dental sealants for their children this week. Cape Cod Community College Communications Director Michael Gross says the school's dental students will be offering the program this week.
This is our last chance for the academic year. We're offering sealants for young people up to the age of 18. It's free. It's Thursday. There are appointments that begin at 5:30. It's important that people call the clinic now. The number's right on our website. Call the Wilkins Family Dental Clinic and get an appointment in. You'll get a wonderful look and review by a dentist and one of our technicians. You then will have the appropriate sealants placed on your children, and it's all free. It's an amazing thing to offer, and it's the last chance. And this is why I kind of strongly stress, I know a lot of people have said, well, maybe I'll do this. If you have children who are under the age of 18, it's free, and in the long run, you're doing them an enormous favor, and frankly, also your pocketbook, because it will protect from all those cavities that are really an incredibly expensive process as young people grow. So please do call our dental clinic in the next 24 hours or so and get in on this last clinic this Thursday. Begins at 5:30.
And again, to make an appointment, you can call Cape Cod Community College's Dental Hygiene Clinic. New in-season regulations for the storage of vessels on town property go into effect on Friday. Storage will still be allowed at townways to water, but boats must be smaller than 12 feet in length and 5 feet in beam. Those wishing to store vessels at town landings must also affix an identification decal. Decals are available at no charge from the Harbor Master's office. For more information, you can contact the Harbor Master's office by calling 508-790-6272. Tonight, the Planning Board meets at 7 o'clock in the Town Hall hearing room. The Comprehensive Financial Advisory Committee also meets at 7. That meeting will be held in the Growth Management Conference Room. Well, be sure to tune in to our hour-long news program, Barnstable This Morning, weekdays at 7 a.m. On tomorrow's show, we will chat with Police Chief Paul McDonald. We'll talk with DPW Director Dan Santos. Plus, we'll have all the news and information you need. For Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Mannel.